As anyone can see, Gemma is now sleeping. As you will see, she gets whiny over the course of this podcast. However, welcome to Yadam, and we just had something to say real quick.
Yes, so last episode, we reviewed a movie called Someone Like You, which has the same title as an Adele song.
Mm-hmm.
And this week, we're reviewing Blow, which is the same title as a Kesha song.
What song will we review next?
I don't know.
There's probably some secret hidden code somewhere, and finding out how many years apart they were, minutes, whatnot. Secret message. Well, anyways, let's get started.
Welcome to You Ought to Watch This Movie, the podcast about movies from the first decade of the 2000s, aka the aughts. Follow along and explore a movie from the aughts, getting unbridled opinions from two millennials. Sit back, relax, and enjoy one of the best decades in movies.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Yadam.
Or You Ought to Watch This Movie.
Also known as Yadam.
You just said that.
I know. Not the also part. So, we are here today with our life coach. You don't like that title, Gemma? Oh, okay.
Our permanent special guest.
Yes. The star of the show.
Is that better?
And this week, we are reviewing
Blow,
which is a movie that takes place in the 70s and 80s. And it stars, we'll get to all that in a minute.
And this is at the top of the show. We're going to tell you it's rated R, mainly because of pervasive drug content.
Pervasive
language.
Yeah.
And some violence and sexuality.
Okay. Wow.
So, rated R. Do what you will with that.
No, Gemma, come on. It was a lot better than Supernova or whatever that movie was that we watched.
She doesn't even know. She didn't even exist yet.
Yeah, she did. No?
That was January of 24.
Oh. Ugh. Well, I don't know. Maybe she inherited DNA memories of how terrible it was. Anyway, so...
And also, if you haven't seen this movie, and you would not like to hear spoilers, you can find it on Netflix now, but today is the last day of September when we're recording this, so it might not be there tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Who knows?
I don't know.
I didn't see that it said...
Leaving soon. Yeah.
But I'm not sure if Netflix does. Yeah, they do that. Okay,
well, I like how
maybe not.
What is it, Prime or Disney Plus? They say available until and give you an end date.
Yeah.
So.
I think I don't know. Sometimes Netflix does that because I remember that's where we were watching This Is Us, and then it said only available till July 7th.
So maybe it is.
So maybe it does. So maybe it'll still be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
But when we watched it, it was on Netflix. If not, just find it wherever you would like.
Blockbuster, Hollywood Video, Sam's Club. I don't think you're going to find it at any of those three.
Redbox. I mean, the digital version. Maybe that's through Sam's Club or Walmart.
Oh my gosh. Redbox. Get your DVDs and games. But everything moved electronically. So what did Redbox do? It became Redbox Digital. You're at the store and you want to spend some extra time? Just hang out here and select a game. Go through this unnecessary step through a platform that doesn't really integrate well with others.
We don't know. We haven't tried it.
I'd only assume it doesn't integrate. It adds a step regardless.
It could just be a third party like Fandango or Amazon to rent stuff.
That's so funny. Good old DVDs. Good old VHSs. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
So-
you prefer 8-track?
Laserdisc, betas.
So, what movies did we skip?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's good. I'll tell you real quick.
She has it on her phone because she's very organized. But she's going to her text messages.
Because
Oh, I thought you texted to yourself. I'm like
No,
that.
because somebody texted me.
Oh.
I wonder who that was.
I don't know.
No, I have this playlist right here of the trailers.
All right. So, what do we got?
To get to this one, we only skipped one movie. I didn't want to play that. We only skipped one movie, which was Along Came a Spider, which was like an action movie or something, and it had Morgan Freeman
Okay.
in it.
Ah, yes. Okay. Very cool.
You know, so that was the only one we skipped.
Yeah. But that's an interesting point you bring up. Is I have a comment on that later.
On what?
Just about Morgan Freeman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So on to our trailer thoughts.
Yes.
You don't have to hold that.
I know. I know.
okay.
I was just shifting it for you
okay.
if you moved.
There was a voiceover on this trailer. The beach scene in the trailer reminded me a little of The Wolf of Wall Street. Just like the vibe, I guess.
Yeah.
I said Johnny Depp can transform into anyone.
Yeah. From a pirate to a drug dealer.
He wasn't a pirate yet.
Well, from a drug dealer to a pirate then.
And then I said Penelope Cruz and Johnny Depp will reunite again in Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So when I saw this trailer, to preface this, is I immediately remember in the trailer they had a scene around the poker table. And I thought to myself, wait, I've seen this scene before. And like overall, my expectations were relatively low for this movie. Just I couldn't get the like a good feeling from the trailer, except for that I knew I really enjoyed that one scene that was shown.
Oh.
And so I was interested to watch it, but I wasn't like 100% sold on it. But I'm glad we did.
I didn't think I would watch it even when I added it to our trailer playlists.
Yeah.
I'd heard about this movie before. Like I knew about it because I love Johnny Depp, but I didn't think I would ever watch it. But watching the trailer, I thought it looked more interesting than I thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I said, well, we could try it, especially since it was on Netflix. I thought
Makes
might
it
as
a
well
lot
just
easier.
Try it.
Yeah. So let's go into our disclaimer.
Summary. Disclaimer?
Yeah, or
About what?
a spoiler alert.
We already said that. We said watch it on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Go to Blockbuster, Redbox.
Yeah, but I didn't think we said spoiler alert.
We said if you don't want to hear spoilers.
Oh, I don't
we
remember
always
that.
tell them to go watch it if they don't want to hear stuff.
Well, listen, I'm old. I forget things.
My summary.
I'm so old.
My summary isn't going to give things away either.
Okay, all right.
So, my summary is the story of George Jung, a low to mid-class boy from Massachusetts who moves to California and starts drug dealing. First pot and then cocaine. This is a biopic of the ups and downs of his life. Now, would you like to hear the summary from IMDb?
Okay.
Because it's much different than what I wrote.
What do you got?
The story of how George Jung, along with the Medellin. Hold on. Medellin cartel, headed by Pablo Escobar, established the American cocaine market in the 1970s in the United States.
Okay.
You're not a cat. You can't just get out of my lap. Like they can.
Gemma is here trying to slide down the slide down Colin's legs. What a silly person. So is
Or there's 2 L's, so it would be medallion.
medallion? Yeah, medallion. That sounds about right. But so what do we have after your summary?
Actors
We know. Okay.
Which I said you'd love this part. So, of course, we all know Johnny Depp from multiple things. So take your pick. Penelope Cruz. I also knew her from Gothica and that Pirates movie that I already mentioned. Ray Liotta, who played George's father, was in Field of Dreams, but he was also in an episode of Modern Family, which is how I know that he was in Field of Dreams.
Well, what was
He was on that tour that Haley or the 3 kids took Mitch on to see Barbara Streisand's house, but actually Ray Liotta lived there, and Mitch was like, "It's Ray Liotta, it's Ray Liotta," and he's like, "You don't have to keep saying my last name."
Yeah.
And so that's how I knew who he was at all. Like, yeah. And then the guy who played Dooley, like his friend, I guess, here's a spoiler, one of the guys who turned him in at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Max Perlich. I didn't think he looked familiar in the movie, but when I was looking at the cast list, his picture on IMDb, I was like, he looks familiar. Do you remember Jackson's cousin Rune from Gilmore Girls, who came to stay with them, and he went on a double date with Lorelai?
Yes.
And he was short, and he didn't like Lorelai because she's tall.
Yep.
It's that guy.
Okay.
And finally, my big reveal, the guy who played Derek for real. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
The California
guy. Yeah. Okay.
Was Paul Rubens, who is probably best known as Pee Wee Herman.
Pee Wee Herman.
In the movies, you know?
Yeah.
I found that hilarious. Do you see how she's getting all the way on the floor?
Yeah, she wants to walk around. Do you want to hand her to me?
This is bad parenting.
This isn't bad parenting. This is her being a silly little lady. And not... Here, give her to me. Aw, little lady. If you're watching on video, you'll see how adorable she is. And how she's learning to sit up straight, which is nice. But, she is a rascally rabbit. And then she will, she likes to, what's the word I'm looking for? She likes to arch her back all the way.
Because she wants to see behind her for some reason.
Yeah, even though, it's usually us that's behind her. So, it's so funny. All right, so we went through actors we know.
Mm-hmm. Now on to comments.
All right, I want you to start because you gave me a line of thought that I'm verifying and I want to comment on about.
Okay, so my first comment goes back to the actors we know, because I never actually watched the Pee Wee Herman movies. I just found it hilarious that this guy played him. But apparently, and I have it pulled up, I haven't watched it, but apparently in the 80s, or no, 91, Paul Rubens did a PSA for crack cocaine. And then he was in this movie. So I'm gonna like play it, I guess, and see a special public service announcement.
Okay.
This is crack, rock cocaine. It isn't glamorous or cool or kid stuff. It's the most addictive kind of cocaine, and it can kill you. What's really bad is nobody knows how much it takes. So every time you use it, you risk dying. It isn't worth it. Look, everybody wants to be cool.
Yeah, I
But
do.
doing it with crack isn't just wrong.
No?
It could be dead wrong.
Oh, no.
Don't even try it. The thrill can kill. Okay, that was kind of creepy.
Yeah. I don't know what was more creepy, having Pee Wee Herman say that to me, or just the mantra slash feel of it, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. So that was funny. But my comments about the movie were, it was kind of sad. Well, not kind of. It was sad. It was a sad movie, and I hate feeling bad for the quote bad guy, but like that's, I mean, they humanized,
Yeah.
a what would I call him? A fugitive?
Yeah.
And then
A criminal.
Criminal, whatever. But I said I hate feeling bad for the bad guy, but we are all human and have our faults. So I guess like we have to think of everybody
Except for
as
you,
a
Gemma, you're
human.
right.
And then I thought the ending was very sad. And it was like a cautionary tale, not just for like not doing drugs or not dealing drugs, but just like not learning from your mistakes. Because it was like every time his life would get good, he would go back and make the same mistake and then, be in the same predicament.
Yeah. So, all right. The comment you made earlier about Morgan Freeman,
Okay.
that movie we skipped.
Along came a spider.
Yeah. So, Morgan Freeman also in Shawshank Redemption. Okay.
Okay. That's in the 90s.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So, it would be much, before the aughts. However, that being said, I feel like this is a mirror universe Shawshank Redemption. In the
Okay.
sense that, like you're following in the Shawshank Redemption, you follow a criminal on the inside. And in this, you're following a criminal from the outside going in. And I have to say, is like all the things that I love about Shawshank Redemption are in this movie. In really the humanity and the just the character development. I mean, so you follow. How old was George Jung in the younger
I
years?
thought it's Young.
Jung or whatever.
That's how they kept pronouncing it.
Yeah,
Young.
young. How old was he when, like, at the early part of the movie? Like,
I don't know.
right around college age.
No, he was like 8 or 9.
No. Oh, okay, even better.
Like when when his dad like had to file bankruptcy and
Yeah.
everything, and his mom kept leaving.
Yeah. But they did such a great job around character development, from the outside, as to where Shawshank does such an excellent job from the inside about character development.
Yeah.
And the just from like Pablo Escobar, and is how during the 70s and 80s, while the CIA didn't work, actually they quote unquote allegedly worked to dismantle the Medellin cartel, I think, if that's how you call it. But because at the same time, they were working with Noriega in, was it Venezuela? Manuel Noriega?
I don't know.
I can't.
Was it in the movie?
No.
Oh, then I don't know.
It just like, it was so interesting how they brought the, drug trade, to life through Johnny Depp's, character, and that George Jung is, like a real person.
Yes.
And, which he died, I guess, 5 years ago.
21.
Yeah. And, but what I find, I don't know what it was for, but, is like he had a perpetual need to break the law. So even when he got out in 2015, he turned around and went back right to prison in 2016. Yeah. But now I just I appreciated the depth of character so much. And like Penelope Cruz, what was her character's name?
Mirtha.
Mirtha?
Mirtha.
Yeah, that's an interesting name. Is just the vileness that that you would hope never to see from anyone. It's like, man, they're really putting a face to evil.
Oh, I forgot an actor we know.
Oh,
Because I thought his daughter, the young one, not the adult version, looked very familiar. It was Emma Roberts. She was 9.
I remember seeing that Emma Roberts was in here, but I can't remember what I know her from, and that is seeing her as a 9-year-old didn't help. What do we know her from?
She's been in lots of things. She was in the Nancy Drew movies, but you wouldn't know her from that.
No, I'm
hold
not.
on, you have my phone.
And
I'll tell you.
But I remember seeing that, and there was just there's a scene at the right before he goes to jail the last time, which when he goes to jail the last time, I guess he had just got done importing a bunch of cocaine and was busted in Topeka, Kansas, so right up the road from us. And and during that scene there's a slow realization that he had been set up by these guys that he had worked with, or one guy who he'd worked with for
since college.
Yeah, since college, on the drug trade. And there's a slow realization of him realizing, oh, I've been set up. And then what was the last thing he says? Get it done.
I don't know.
Or something to that effect. But it was like just like this real surrender to like, man.
I'm laughing. I was gonna say, I know he didn't say "bring it," like on Jeopardy.
Sam.
Sam Buttrey.
Bring it.
No, I don't remember what he said, but I found a couple things that I know Emma Roberts from. First, she's in the Netflix movie Holiday, which you've seen part of, and I watched last year. Again, she's in Valentine's Day.
Okay.
She's the high school student whose boyfriend is in the band.
Why does she get so scared whenever I make loud noises?
Because you're loud and it's startling.
Loud. Oh, don't be startled.
We've seen Valentine's Day a million times.
Yeah.
Not really, and Nancy Drew, like I said, the 07 one. Drake and Josh. No, one episode. That was a guest star. Those are the big ones.
Okay.
Lots of small things. There's things we haven't seen. Okay. What else were you gonna say?
Like general comments.
I guess.
Well, is the dad who played George Jung's dad in there? Do we know him from stuff?
That's Ray Liotta.
Right,
That's who I was saying.
Ray Liotta. Yes. Okay, I'm sorry.
But
I'm
he's
sorry.
been in lots of different
Yeah.
things. Yes.
That he. I had a quote, oddly enough, by Morgan Freeman. No, I'm sorry. It was Steve Harvey. I don't know why I thought it was Morgan Freeman. There's only one man in the world that wants another man to be better than him, and it's your father. Okay? And I thought, wow, that's such a good... And like throughout that movie, like, you see this dad just like championing his son. He doesn't care what he's doing. He just wants him to be good at it. And what was the quote that Johnny Depp said, is his... about his ambition and his...
Oh, like his ambition was greater than his talent or something.
Yeah. His ambition was greater than...
I should go get a toy or something. We're back.
Ladies and gents, if you're watching, you will see a Gemma on my chest, just laying back with a blanket. I think she might, be a little bit tired, but that's okay. She's chewing on a toy now, giving you a play-by-play of our baby and not necessarily a movie. Oh yeah, you think that's funny, huh? So, where were we?
You were asking about like his last quote.
Oh, the quote he said, how his ambition, far surpassed his talent.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's, crazy. Just nuts. But the entire movie was nuts. Is to think that, someone can just, steal a plane and launch this crazy cocaine career and get shot in the process.
I know.
But I guess where there's ambition, there's a way.
I was looking to see, like, IMDb has quotes. I was gonna... here, he says... But I forced a smile knowing that my ambition far exceeded my talent.
Yeah, that was a killer quote. And so the movie ended with, the scene of him, in the jail yard as an older guy. And they did a really good job in, making, how do I say this? They did a better job than most 2001 movies in making him look older. There are several, I can't think of one off the bat, but I just remember several instances of someone, supposedly looking older, because they've aged, and they just, not impressed. Even as late as like 2010, they just, do a terrible job. But they did a good job. But he is in the garden inside of the prison yard, and he has this moment with his daughter, who comes to see him. But at the end, it's revealed that he's talking to himself. He's out there with himself, and it's clear that his mental faculties are declining, and he's like, my daughter's going to visit tomorrow, and there's just one guard out there with him, and it's almost as if they're treating him like family, but it's just wild because the entire emotional arc, if you will, surrounds him and his love for his daughter,
Christina,
and not wanting to, let her down and, break a promise. And whenever he got busted, which, and this is I guess the real quagmire, if you will, is when they bust him, he's about to, take his daughter to California and basically, take her away from her mom. Oh.
Yeah, and he said like he was out, but I don't know if I believe that because every time something bad would happen, he would resort to drug dealing
Well, it was the
to
quickest.
get money.
Yeah, it was the quickest way for him to get money, and a lot of it.
Even if he was going to be out and he took her, then I bet there would be legal ramifications by like if he kidnapped her technically from the mom and all these other things.
Yeah, right. Well, and she is at least somewhat connected to the cartel, and so yeah, I can imagine. But it was just that was a heartbender.
Yes. And did you know that Johnny Depp interviewed George Jung in prison?
No.
Before he, so he could know him.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
Him. Yeah.
Well, do we want to grade it before she gets too wily?
I guess, but I wasn't done with my comments.
On
my list.
Go for comments, yeah.
I said this was more interesting and less inappropriate than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I guess the whole drug theme is inappropriate, but overall,
yeah,
not as bad as I was anticipating. And I also said I wouldn't watch it again.
You wouldn't watch it again?
No.
Why not?
I don't think it could hold my attention because I know what happens, and so it wasn't exciting enough to watch again.
Yeah.
She was yawning and then crying at the same time.
She's just whining.
She doesn't want to go to sleep ever.
Yeah. She'll get so upset. She'll start going to sleep and then she'll let her arm fall and she'll get scared by it. And then she'll jump up around like, oh my God. So what do you grade it?
I gave it 2 out of 5 stars.
I gave it 4 out of 5 stars.
Are you tracking this anywhere? I'm going to have to go back and watch all of the videos.
You're tracking it, I thought.
I'm tracking mine, not yours.
I'm not tracking mine.
Well, fine. I need to go back now and watch
to
see, because I'm going to track them at the end and say which one did you like the best and which one did I like the best. And I'll know because I have them in this handy-dandy notebook.
Handy-dandy notebook. Well, with that, we will be back in 2 weeks with a hopefully less whiny, unless she's, teething.
She's always
more
whiny.
Yeah. Yeah. But until next time.
She's going to sleep.
Of course she is now.
Okay. Until next time, this is Yadam.
I'm Miles.
I'm Colin.
And this has been You Ought to Watch This Movie with the baby named Gemma.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to You Ought to Watch This Movie, a podcast about movies from the first decade of the 2000s, aka the aughts. Be sure to subscribe for new episodes covering movies you ought to watch. We'll see you next time.